Well, the CD was interesting. It took place over a few different sessions at different places. So, there was some fragmentation there, but it was a great learning experience, especially that, we were doing it with our own technology. So that's...
I'm Dean Wolf. I'm the guitarist for nFuze, and I'm just on our way to Cowichan Lake to begin the recording of our very first CD. A little about how you came to come into the band nFuze.
Well, I was playing a gig at the Spiral Cafe with my friend Mike Regenball, and Andy O'Kell was playing drums, sat in on drums. So the first time I met Andy, I was sitting right against his bass drum all night. Anyway, so that's when I first met Andy, and we just got chatting at break and talking about what music we liked, and somehow out of the ether I mentioned Pat Metheny, who I love, and it was just kismet because he wanted to start a band focusing on that kind of music, specifically Metheny. So that was I just looked up our first email. Actually, it was March 31st, 2012.
12, okay.
So 3 years ago was the start of this project.
Yeah.
We went through a few, incarnations of personnel until we got our current lineup, which is fantastic. So, but Andy, myself, and Denis Berger are the original members. But this group, I'm really excited about it. It's just a perfect lineup.
Tell us a little about the CD from your perspective.
Well, I'm really excited because we're putting six original tunes, 3 that I've written and 3 that Dean Wolf, our great guitarist, has written. They're all a little different. They're all really creative, and it's been a wonderful process. And I think it's a good indication of what nFuze can do. So back in the 70s, I got interested in jazz fusion. We were all listening to Weather Report, Chick Corea. We just Return to Forever. We just loved that stuff, and we started playing those tunes in a band called Spaces that we put together. Jazz was really it was kind of big in London, Ontario, where I'm from. We started a jazz society, we put on concerts, and it was a very creative time where I'll soak in this music and playing festivals, and there was a radio program that promoted jazz in town. So it was great, and it's really exciting to be playing jazz fusion again here in 2015. I can't believe it, but the tunes hold up, the music holds up. It's so exciting, so creative. I just love playing. Some of the tunes I wrote back then, we've revamped them for nFuze now, and they're still hold up, which is really exciting.
I really enjoyed the jazz music for a while. When I was like 13 to 15, I was really getting into jazz actually. Some of the more progressive rock fusion jazz. But then I kind of got away. I was always after fame, and you got famous as a jazz player, so I thought, oh, I'd rather be a rock star in a rock band like Rush or something. So I pursued that, and then I got into the singer-songwriter thing for a long time. And then I started listening to some jazz stuff, and I realized that passion was something that's still alive in me. And the more I got into it, the more I realized that I really love fusion jazz, because there's no labels, there's no boxes. It's just total freedom. It's like no one's going to say, oh, you have to have a verse and a chorus, you have to have this. It's like, just do whatever you want. It's a playground. And also it promotes excellence as a musician, which I've always valued. I've always wanted to be a good musician. So I started by placing an ad looking for the rest of the band, basically. I was a guitarist and wanted to do a fusion band like Pat Metheny kind of thing, or Weather Report. And then Andy responded, and he said he'd had basically the whole band in waiting. They were looking for the guitarist, so here we have a perfect matchup. And it was just like too good to be true. He was into all the same kind of influences, and plus on top of that, and we all got together, and we just fell right into the groove right away. I started composing jazz fusion music, and then Dee was composing her fusion music, and we worked on our songs, and so it's just been really, everything's just falling into place really nicely. I'm very excited to be in nFuze. Always look forward to playing, to rehearsing. It's just a pure joy to do. It's not a labor, which I guess for me, singer-songwriter thing is becoming more of a labor than a love. So I feel like I'm right at home now.
I'm just thrilled to be playing this music with such talented musicians there in the band. It's just a wonderful rebirth of jazz for me.